I'm Wade Crowfoot, our California Natural Resources Secretary, and I wanted to take a brief opportunity to update you on progress we're making at the Natural Resources Agency in partnership with so many of you. First and foremost, our team across the agency and across the state continues to make progress on our work despite the pandemic. Now, we know of the challenges we face professionally and personally as a result of the pandemic. I'm very excited with the light at the end of the tunnel that we see as vaccines come to our state. As I record this message, 4.5 million Californians have been vaccinated. If you want to understand when you are eligible for a vaccination, please log on to myturn.ca.gov. Within about 2 or 3 minutes, you can actually register to be notified when your category, including age group, is eligible to make an appointment for a vaccination. Now, as I've explained before, despite the pandemic, work across our agency continues. Today, I'm in the Yolo Bypass, just west of Sacramento. This is a seasonal floodplain that inundates in the winter months, protecting the Sacramento metropolitan area from flood risk, but also providing incomparable habitat to fish and birds. It's emblematic of the type of solutions we want to advance in our agency. Nature-based solutions that employ nature to address our most pressing environmental challenges, certainly including climate change and maintaining biodiversity. Now, multi-benefit floodplains are one example of nature-based solutions. Others include prescribed fire, which is needed to build wildfire resilience, and urban greening, which addresses extreme heat, which is becoming a greater challenge. Governor Newsom elevated our push on nature-based solutions through an executive order this fall, and we're excited to advance several efforts in response to the executive order, including this year establishing a strategy to conserve 30% of California by 2030, the so-called 30 by 30 goal, and establishing our first ever strategy called the Climate Smart Land Strategy to employ all of our natural and working lands across the state in the fight against climate change. This is important work, and we are advancing projects on a number of fronts. And so we are excited for the best ideas, the strongest collaboration with partners from outside the agency. So on this work, we're really excited to understand your best ideas, your best suggestions, your input. And you'll notice if you follow these updates, opportunities to share that insight with us in coming months. Lastly, I would like to share a short message as we observe and celebrate Black History Month. This is an opportunity to elevate African Americans that have been central to our environmental conservation movement, but often unrecognized or under-recognized. From George Washington Carver, one of America's great resource conservationists and agricultural scientists, to leaders of today, like Rue Mapp, who serves on our state's Recreation and Parks Commission and founded Outdoor Afro, a national network connecting Black history and culture to nature and outdoor spaces. As we lift up these leaders, we also reflect on what we need to do in our own lives, our own communities, our own places of work to advance principles of justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. And as I've said before, I consider us on a journey within the Natural Resources Agency to listen and learn, to commit, and to take concrete actions to advance these principles across our agency and achieve a more equitable and inclusive workplace. At the same time, so much we can do to ensure that all Californians, regardless of your zip code or background or race and ethnicity, have access to and feel comfortable in our outdoor space. And then lastly, of course, to continue to build a workforce in our state agency that reflects the tremendous diversity of California. I'm excited to continue this work. I'm looking forward to brighter days ahead on the pandemic, and just want to say thank you for all that you do for California and to help us within our agency advance this important public mission. Thank you.